Good morning. It is my great honor and joy to welcome you to Percy Priest Elementary's ribbon cutting ceremony as we open the doors to our beautiful new school building. Oh yeah, that deserves a round of applause right there. Now this is more than just a new facility. It's a new chapter in our school's proud history. For decades, Percy Priest has been known for academic excellence, a strong tradition of community engagement, and the roar of our Tiger pride. And today we celebrate all of that and more. Our slogan for this year says it best: new doors, same roars. These walls are fresh, the classrooms are modern, but the heart of Percy Priest, our students, our teachers, our families, and our community remains as strong and vibrant as ever. So at Percy Priest, we stand proudly behind the district mantra of every student known. And this new space is designed to help us live that commitment every day, ensuring that each child is seen, supported, and celebrated. We're dedicated to providing our students with the academic foundation and the social-emotional tools they need to become problem solvers, thinkers, and leaders, or as we like to say in our Hillsborough cluster, globally minded, locally rooted. This building represents our continued commitment to being a place where children learn, grow, and thrive. It's a space built not just for education, but for connection. Our goal is to be the true center of this community and a place where everyone feels welcomed, supported, and inspired. I want to give a special thank you to everyone who made this day possible. Days like this do not happen without the contributions of so many, and we have so many of them here today. Our district leadership, Dr. Battle, for her amazing leadership. We have board chair Player, who is here, as well as our district board representative, Erin O'Hara Block. Our city leadership, we're joined, Mayor O'Connell is here. And former Mayor John Cooper. We have representatives, we have Sandy Ewing, who is here. State Senator Heidi Campbell. Vice Mayor Angie Henderson. Forgive me, sorry. We also are joined, oh, I lost my train of thought there. Forgive me, no one else on that one. But I also want to give a big thank you to so many members of our community that are helping us to make this happen. To our families, again, without your advocacy, your leadership, we would not be here in this space today. So I'm so excited to be able to share this with you all. Your support helped to open these doors, and your continued involvement will help our Tigers keep roaring for years to come. I remembered what I forgot, y'all. Our leadership from Forest Hills, Mayor Hyde, is here. Thank you. I was going to bother me. And our city manager, Mark Hill, is here as well, so thank you to them. I knew it was there. Thank you all for bearing with me. Now, to help us officially open this chapter together, I'd like to welcome three special guests to the stage representing the past, present, and future of Percy Priest. So join me in welcoming Nura, Nadine, and Salim Zaire.
Good morning. My name is Nora Zier. I'm a Percy Priest alumna. I attended Percy Priest from kindergarten through 5th grade. Now I'm a rising 7th grader at J.T. Moore Middle School.
Hi, my name is Nadine Zier, and I'm a rising 4th grader at Percy Priest. I've been here since kindergarten.
Okay, ready, buddy? Hi, my name is Salim Zier,
Hi, my name's Alicia,
and I'm a future tiger,
and I'm a future tiger,
and I'll be in pre-K.
and I'll be in pre-K.
Okay. When I was in 5th grade, I got to be a part of the visioning process for the new school. We submitted ideas about what we wanted in our new building. Even though I knew I wouldn't be a student in that building, I was excited because my siblings and a lot of other students would get to be at the school. I had a wonderful experience at Percy Priest, and now I get to see my siblings experience the school building that I and my peers helped envision. Our entire community is so excited and grateful for the new building.
We know that a school is much more than a building. Our school is a community of amazing teachers and students that work together to create a learning environment that helps any student learn and grow to their potential. We're challenged, supported, and nurtured to learn and grow. And now, with our new building, the outside of our school will reflect the integrity of the inside.
I'm excited to go to the school that my sissies have gone to.
I'm excited to go to the school that my sissies have gone to.
Every morning,
When
when I would drop off my sister,
I would drop off for my sister,
I would tell my mom,
I would tell my mom,
"Look, Mommy,
look, Mommy,
they're building that school for me."
they're building the school for me.
We are one of the many, many families who have found a community at this school. On behalf of them, thank you to everyone who made it happen for Percy Priest and its Tigers. We'd like to give a special thanks to our mayor, our city council, the people at Metro Public Schools, a lot of special supporters and donors, our principal, our teachers and staff, our PTO, and our families. Thank you for investing and believing in our community and our neighborhood public school. We'll never forget it. Thank you. And now, it's my honor to introduce Dr. Adrienne Battle, Director of School at Metro Nashville Public Schools. Dr. Battle, a Nashville native, has spent almost her entire career with MNPS. She's a graduate of the district's John Overton High School, Missouri State University, and Tennessee State University, where she earned her master's, education specialist, and doctorate degrees in educational administration and supervision. She has focused on a vision of personalizing education for every student, improving school culture and climate, and retaining and recruiting the best talent. Dr. Battle sums up her drive for continuous improvement at all levels with the motto, "Know where you are, but don't stay there," and has emphasized the need to make sure every student is known, supported, cared for, and on a path to success. Please join me in giving a warm Percy Priest welcome to Dr. Adrienne Battle.
Good morning, everyone. Oh, what just a reminder in July before school starts back, why we do the work that we do. Again, thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. Nira, Nadine, Salim, just a wonderful job representing the Percy Priest Elementary community, your family, and just how bright your futures are. Y'all have just led with so much purpose, just energy, enthusiasm. So thank you for just leading the ways that you do and just for being who you are. Let's give them another round of applause. I think we can all agree we've been waiting for this special day. These projects do take time. It takes lots of investment, It takes collaboration across the board. So I want to take an opportunity first to acknowledge, again, our Mayor, Freddie O'Connell. Thank you so much for your continued support and leadership of our city. To all of our Metro Council members who are here, including our Vice Mayor, our Board of Education members who are here, including our Chair, Frida Player, and our District 8 Representative, Aaron O'Hara Block. We also want to make sure that we acknowledge all of our elected officials at the local and state level. We feel your support every day around public education and just the dreams, the hopes, and the beliefs we have in our young people here in Nashville. Also, a special thank you to Principal Young and your team here at Percy Priest for hosting us today and for the work you do every day to support our students. Let's give it up for the incredible staff here at Percy Priest. This is a beautiful day, a joyful day, because we are celebrating what can happen when everyone in our community comes together to invest in our young people and their future. And we can see the results of those investments not only in this amazing new facility, but also in our outstanding academic outcomes we've achieved once again in recent weeks and months with a historic performance by our students across the district as we've been celebrating their spring TCAP achievement. Let's give our entire community a round of applause for that accomplishment. So the new and improved and spectacular Percy Priest Elementary, which was designed by Johnson Johnson Crabtree Architects and built by American Constructors Incorporated, has come together through great work and strong support from our school board, from Mayor O'Connell and the Metro Council, from the school community, and from the work of Shannon Martin, Katie Agnew, and all the wonderful donors. Let's give it up for that team for coming together in an incredible way. So they don't know I'm going to do this, but I want to take an opportunity and talk a little bit about Shannon and Katie. Shannon and Katie, who are sitting here to my right, wanted to make sure Percy Priest would have a space big enough to hold everyone in the school for big assemblies and other events, and they pushed very well for a multi-purpose gymnasium and said they'd be willing to raise the money for it. So I came back to them with a bit of a counter offer. And I asked them to raise money for multi-purpose spaces, not only for Percy Priest, but also for the other two elementary school construction projects we were starting around the same time at Lakeview and Paragon Mills. And boy, oh boy, did they come through. Shannon and Katie proceeded to go out and raise over $5 million in just 67 days. Remarkable. And I think what we see here is on display, just the power of public-private partnerships, the power of coming together and rallying around what we know our children deserve. And I am incredibly thankful to the both of them. I didn't know how they were going to respond when we met. And I won't even say to my surprise, because they've always just led with so much care and heart. They said, Dr. Battle, let's do this. Let's do this now. And their investment, your investment, many of the wonderful donors who are here, thank you, because your investment has allowed us to change the elementary specifications for our elementary schools moving forward. So this is longstanding. So again, a shining example. Thank you to all of those who have invested in this wonderful, wonderful project. We're also grateful to Metro Government, which started working on this project, and I'm so glad he is here this morning to celebrate the ribbon cutting. Y'all, let's give it up also for Mayor Cooper and his vision around the project here at Percy Priest. So again, so glad he's joining us this morning, and he gets to see it completed. It's not always possible to start and finish a project, and so we're incredibly thankful. We're getting to complete the project again under Mayor O'Connell's leadership, but I am just so grateful to the both of them because they have consistently been our strongest and most enthusiastic supporters. Again, thank you to the both of you for your continued investment. Mayor O'Connell, again, thank you for everything you've done and continue to do for our students, our families, and our schools. We see those investments paying out big time, not only in these new beautiful facilities that our students and educators continue to learn and teach in, but we're seeing it in the academic progress that our students are making because we know the tremendous impact that's going to have on their very bright futures. So again, thank you to everyone, all of our family members, community members who are here today to celebrate this ribbon cutting. At this time, I have the honor of introducing again our mayor, Mayor O'Connell, to share a few words. Thank you.
Well, good morning, Tiger Nation. I will see, I've heard the motto at this point, and I will just check with any of our younger participants. Does anybody like to roar? Do y'all want to try one right now? Let's do it. Who can give us our biggest, loudest roar? And actually, you know what? Let's open it to everybody. If you're a grown-up too, a parent, a supporter, let's hear a Percy Priest Tigers roar. I couldn't hear it. Could y'all hear it? Let's try one more, a little louder. 3, 2, 1. Okay. It's true. New doors, same roars. So that's really great. Thank you all. So Dr. Young, Dr. Battle, everybody who's gathered here today, the students, families, leaders who have made this possible, congratulations. It is extraordinary to be standing here. And I want to say a few things about that. I'm incredibly grateful that Mayor Cooper has joined us. While I served on the Metro Council under his leadership, it was extraordinary to begin a new era of investment in Metro schools, in facilities, in teacher pay, and the foundation that he built, as I stood here with so many of you not quite 2 years ago, it was an interesting space because it was, I think, 3 days before I actually took office, and Mayor Cooper was helping with the groundbreaking, and all of that work led us to this point where you could see the return on investments he started to make as mayor and led with Dr. Battle on. And we're now seeing the return on that investment. And it's how we had the confidence this year in our operating budget, working with the Metro Council, working with the school board, with Dr. Battle and her team, to make the largest new investment in Metro schools in our history. So Mayor Cooper, thank you. And I think, it's also as we think about the faculty and staff who make the learning opportunities here possible, we should be aware too of the people who literally were involved in the building. I know we've got American Constructors and Johnson Johnson Crabtree Architects here, including, it's a team that includes 2 Tiger alumni, founding principal David Johnson and office manager Julie Carpenter, brother and sister. And I think Julie might be here today and David might be traveling, but it's incredible that alumni helped build this future opportunity for new students in the school. So, and you've seen the colors, but along with all the modern features you'd expect, there are some amazing features built into the school too that help us with energy efficiency, reliability, and security goals. Geothermal heating and cooling, you've got electric vehicle charging, solar-ready infrastructure, and LEED Silver certification underway. And if you get a chance to take the tour, I don't want to spoil too much, but you will see a beautiful new library with floor-to-ceiling windows. You will see color-coded stairs as another element of the exciting design to help students find their way and move around. You're going to find a much bigger cafeteria. And of course, we are in the facility that has not just a full court gymnasium, but also auditorium, thanks to the generosity of supporters. And so we're celebrating Metro's commitment to public education this morning. We're committed to not just creating great schools from elementary to high school from a facility standpoint, but also we know that these have to be the best learning environments possible, the built environment, but that our teachers, faculty, and staff, school leaders, also have the confidence that we're supporting them operationally. And of course, public-private partnership. 3 schools getting full court gymnasiums, including this one. We will have ribbon cuttings coming up at Paragon Mills Elementary in August, and Lakeview's ceremony coming this fall. At the original dedication for this school in 1957, keynote speaker Dr. Howard Kirksey said, "I know this is a good school because there are so many parents here today." And I know there are a lot of parents here today, so thank you all for joining us as well. And you heard a little bit about, just a tiny little bit from Dr. Battle, but every month as she and her team visit our office to talk about where we are in terms of the school district, in terms of Metro, the collaborative process, it becomes a room of how much good news can we share at one time. And so, again, that return on investment. We have just celebrated Metro Schools' highest graduation rate since we've been keeping that data. We've had 3 years of the best growth possible under state data, and as you just heard, the best performance ever under TN Ready standards in English language arts, math, and social studies. That is incredible. And one of the best things we did in our first year was try to, for one time, make sure we didn't, like so many other cities around the country, fall off a cliff when one-time federal funding went away. And we found a way at the end of a budget cycle to continue some important one-time investments, things that have led to our ability to keep the scholars portfolio going, which everywhere I go in the city for participating families have spoken to how much it has meant to them. Maintaining a long-term goal of the city of having a nurse in every school, and expanding the Community Achieves program, which puts important resources for families in even more of our schools. Now that seemed like a good idea for 1 year to continue that, but what we did this year in this round of investment was make sure that all of those things could continue now into the future for several years. So that initial fiscal bridge we built isn't going away. We strengthened it for many years, and it's a big deal. And today, I know this Percy Priest community can see not just the investment we've made in this school, but I think you all will see, for people who have gone on to other schools within the district, how much return you're getting on your investment. And not only does it give us the confidence to invest as a government, but it also makes me an especially proud parent with our 2 daughters confidently enrolled in our Metro schools. So Dr. Battle, thank you for helping build on that investment and showing this entire city the return. We remain a community united behind the vision of ensuring all children have a chance at a great education and that every student is known while they pursue it. Thank you all so much for having me today. It is my honor to introduce School Board Member Erin O'Hara Block.
Thank you, Mayor O'Connell. I want to start by thanking this community. The Percy Priest community is well known in this area for their unwavering support of this school. This beautiful new building is amazing and already has in it, including the gym space, which I'll talk about, so many of the imprints of things that you all as a community want to have. And I want to thank Nura, who I also know is a soccer star at JT Moore, for her leadership. Many of you were here when we did the groundbreaking, and we were outside. Thank God we have a building now to be inside on a day like today, when we were all sweating but thoroughly enjoying Nura's comments then and her leadership at that time. So thank you to the Zur family. I want to thank Dr. Young, Ms. Temple, Ms. Morgan Parker, who I know led a lot of the work. Can we give it up for Ms. Parker, who everyone knows and loves, and who I'm sure is sitting in a back corner. But you all really have lived through an experience here that not everyone gets, which is a school that you love, that you have to say goodbye to and a new school that you get to come be a part of, and you have done that in a really graceful way, as has this community as a whole. We know construction isn't the easiest thing to live through, but we're so grateful to be here at this point. So thank you to the students and the families and the educators for all they've given before and during this process to continue to build this community. I want to take a moment to especially thank the leadership of the Parent-Teacher Association here over the years, Katie Agnew, who's on stage, Nahed Zur, who I think probably just took one of her children somewhere, the other leaders, and Mary Grace Robb, who has a big job coming up in this year as well. So thank you to all of the parent leaders in this community. Thank you to Dr. Battle and her amazing team. In particular, I want to thank Mara Sullivan, Casey Mego, who led this project and got us to this place. And I want to take a moment to thank both Mayor O'Connell for his vision and unwavering support. You just heard the mayor talk about all of the results that we've had in Metro Nashville Public Schools. Those things don't happen without continued leadership, continued support, and the mayor has really taken the lead in getting us through that bridge that he just talked about. But we also wouldn't be there if it wasn't for the leadership of Mayor Cooper, who was here and helped us to get this school started. So again, another round of applause for our continued leadership. You all have had the pleasure in this community of being led by some amazing council members. So I want to take a moment to thank Vice Mayor Angie Cooper, who was the council member when this, I'm sorry, did I just say Angie Cooper? Yeah, Andy Henderson. I don't know, people, names. Thank you to Vice Mayor Angie Henderson, who was the council member in this community when we got this project started, who helped lead and get us there. So everyone, if we could give a round of applause to Angie. And Dr. Sandy Ewing, who is now the council member in this area and whose unwavering support for the district means making sometimes some tough decisions on budgets and other things, and we are so grateful for the leadership that Dr. Ewing has shown as a council member. I know many of you know Caleb Hemmer, who is our state representative in this area and also a parent in this community. I know Caleb was sad not to be able to be here. Schedules and summer is hard, and so wanted to shout out Caleb Hemmer, also Senator Heidi Campbell, who is here, so thank you for your support. And finally, I want to take a minute to talk a little bit about the partnership that's already been referenced here today. So when the educators in this community raised some issues with the PTO and with others and said, hey, there's some things we think we need, the leaders in this community really stepped up and said, let us help you figure out how we can do that. And so when there was a highlight for a need for a bigger space for the entire community to come together, the leaders of the parent community, of the community at large, stepped up and said, let us do it. And Dr. Battle talked a lot about the leadership of Katie Agnew and Shannon Martin and Charlie Martin on this. And so I just want to say, like, it wasn't just, and Dr. Battle talked about this, it's not just that these folks and you all in this community, all the donors who are here, helped to get this done for Percy Priest, but it's Percy Priest, it's Lakeview, it's Paragon Mills, and going forward, this is what every school in this community will look like because of the people in this room and in this building and in this community who said, we can and should expect more from our schools, so let's do it. So thank you to Shannon and Katie for their leadership. Thank you to Dr. Battle and her team for recognizing this need, for making adjustments, for moving forward under some tight timelines, and saying, let's all do this together. This is an example of what we can do when we all work together to support our schools. So thank you to all of you. Give yourselves a huge round of applause. So I think it was Nura maybe that said this, or maybe it was one of your siblings, but that schools are not just the spaces that they're in, they're community as well. And so we know that this is about more than just this building. This community is what really makes this building come alive, and we're so grateful to all of you for continuing to show up. Dr. Battle always says, know where you are, but don't stay there. And this is a great example of that. We knew where we were, we knew we needed change, and here we are in a beautiful space all together to celebrate this coming school year and the years to come. So thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for your ongoing support of the district. Thank you for trusting us with your kids. Last thank you to my friend Christian Buggs, who helped make this happen from the perspective of collecting the donors and getting us here. And so thank you to Pencil for their help as well. And now I have the pleasure of introducing my friend Shannon Martin, and Katie Agnew, who are going to come up and say a few words as well. So thank you all very much.
Katie and I were taking drawings on who didn't have to speak, and I drew the short straw. So, yes, thank you to Pencil for what you've done. People were concerned when they met with us, like, we're not giving the money to you, right? No, you're giving it to Pencil, who will give it to the district. And I want to reiterate what everyone has said. Individuals don't build spaces like this. Communities build spaces like this. There's not one individual who could have manifested this space without an army of people behind them. And I want to thank each and every donor who listened to us and pointed us to other donors and just believed that it is possible, because of the most generous community in the city, to raise $5 million in 67 days, and we better never have to do it again. Thank you very much.
Echoing that, Shannon, Katie, just inspiring is the word I always think about when I think about what they did. It is truly amazing. And our vision then was to have a space for our entire community, and we're in it. And this is the first time we get to be in it together and really enjoy it. So I'm so excited, happy, and thrilled today. Again, I want to echo one more thank you to American Constructors and Johnson Johnson Crabtree Architects. When you go through a project like this, that you become family as you're around so much. And I just hope that you all know and feel that you're always welcome back in this space. And thank you for helping us to create it. It is so incredibly beautiful. Okay, now, oh yes, perfect. I also need to thank Mrs. Kelly. Mrs. Kelly was my kindergarten teacher. Yes, she's not here, but I'm thanking her because I get to cut this ribbon. And she taught me to cut, right? That's kindergarten. So Mrs. Kelly, I hope that I do her proud in a minute. I don't know if, you see the big scissors are here. I am left-handed. Are these the lefty big scissors or the righty big scissors? I don't know. Is there an L on them? I don't know. Yeah? Okay. All right. So at this time, I'm going to invite all of our special guests up as we prepare to cut the ribbon. So here we go.
This has been a service of the Metro Nashville Network. If you would like to see this presentation again, or for more information on this and other programs, visit nashville.gov.